Every smart person that I have coached over the last 12 years has said the same 11 words to me at least once. I know what to do. I am just not doing it. Now, that sentence sounds like honesty, but it is not honesty. It is the most expensive lie that a person tells themselves. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you why this sentence is the exact reason that you are stuck and what to do about it. If you have ever read a book or finished a course or walked out of a workshop feeling very inspired, and then after 6 months you realize that nothing has changed, then this video is for you. Hi, I am Mehernosh Randeria. I am an NLP master trainer and I have trained over 15,000 people across 24 countries. And before I became a coach, I spent 18 years as a CFO. So I know exactly what it looks like when an intelligent, capable, high functioning person knows the answer and still does not move. There is a reason. It is not laziness, it is not lack of motivation, it is not even discipline. It is a pattern that NLP calls a logical level mismatch. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So let me show you what I mean with a story. A few months ago, a senior leader walked into my coaching session. Let's call him Arun. He walked in 5 minutes early. He placed the laptop bag neatly beside the chair, turned the phone upside down. 24 years in the industry, two promotions away from being a CEO, married, two kids. He always reads the right books, he listens to the right podcasts, and completely stuck. He sat down and said the sentence: Mernosh, I know exactly what I need to do. I'm just not doing it. Now, I didn't say anything for about 10 seconds. Not an uncomfortable silence, just a reflective silence. Then I asked him a question: Arun, what kind of person would you have to be for what you know to actually become what you do? I'll repeat that. What kind of person would you have to be for what you know to actually become what you do? He paused, not defensive, just thinking. And then he said something that he didn't expect to say. He said, I think I would have to be someone who is not afraid of being wrong in public. There it was. Arun did not have a knowledge problem. He had an identity gap. He knew everything that he needed to know, but the version of him that could act on that knowledge did not exist yet. And he had spent 2 years trying to fix it with more knowledge. In NLP, we work with something called the logical levels of change. It is a model which is developed by Robert Dilts, and it is one of the most useful frameworks that I have ever encountered. Here is a short and simple version. Change can happen at 6 different levels. From the bottom up, they are environment, behavior, capability, beliefs and values, identity, and purpose. Now, most people try to change their life at the bottom of the pyramid. They change their environment, new gym, new app, new course, or they change their behavior. They wake up early, they read more, they network harder, and then they wonder why it is not lasting. Because here is the rule that took me 10 years to fully understand. A change at a lower level rarely sustains itself unless it is supported by the levels above. Which means if you want to consistently do something different, you have to first become someone different. Not in a mystical way, in a proper structural way. Behavior without identity is willpower. And willpower is a battery, it runs out. Behavior anchored in identity is who you are. And who you are doesn't run out. Arun wasn't lacking discipline. Arun wasn't lacking discipline. He was trying to do CEO level behavior with a manager level identity. And the gap between these two was where the entire frustration lived. So, how do you know if you are in the same trap? Here are three signs. Sign number one, you keep consuming content on the same topic. If you have read four books on productivity, or six books on leadership, or eight books on relationships, and that pattern keeps repeating in your life, you don't have a knowledge gap, you have an identity gap. More books are not the answer. The same person reading the eighth book is still the same person. Sign number two, you make the same resolution every January, and if the same goal shows up on your list year after year, it is not the goal that is wrong. It is that the version of you setting the goal is the same version that did not achieve it last year. The goal needs a new author. Sign number three, you find yourself saying, "This is just who I am." Now, that sentence is the cement around your current identity. The moment you say it, you have signed a contract with that version of you that is stuck. "This is just who I am" is the most expensive sentence in personal growth. Because the truth is, it is who you have been, not who you are. And definitely not who you have to be. So here is the question to sit with. And I want to actually ask you to pause this video if you have to. But make sure you answer it. The question is, what kind of person would I have to be for what I already know to actually become what I do? Not what skills, not what habits, what kind of person. And write the answer down. One sentence. You can start with, "I am someone who dash." And then for next 7 days, every time you face a decision, ask yourself one question. What would someone who is that do right now? That's it. That is the practice. It sounds small, but it is not. Because every decision you make from that new identity is a small vote, and every vote counts. You don't have to remind yourself anymore. The identity has consolidated and the behavior has followed. That is how change actually happens. So, if this resonated with you, and if you want to go deeper into how identity, language, behavior actually shape your life, then I'm running a free program which is an introduction to NLP. It is designed for exactly the kind of person who watches a video like this, till this point at least, and thinks, "I want more of this." There is a link in the description. No catch, no fees, just a structured starting point. So before you close this video, one last thing. The sentence you started with, the sentence that we started this video with, "I know what to do, I'm just not doing it." Notice that what's missing in that sentence is not action, it is a who. So, who are you becoming? I would love to read your one sentence identity statement in the comments below. Tell me, who are you becoming? I read every single comment. So if this video helped you, do subscribe because there are more videos coming in this series. And each one will build on the previous one. Thoughtfully yours, Mehernosh Randeria. Signing off. I'll see you in the next video. And till then, keep the curiosity alive.